Hi guys, it's Chris here from thetradingmentors.com, your mentor, and a very warm welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for next week. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend and looking forward to this video where I cover all the markets and we can see where the positions are going to be for next week, in which direction, and targets so that you can benefit and profit. So the first thing before I go on with the charts, that is that we just go over the results for last week. We had a pound yen move on the plus 427. We had another pound yen move as it pulled back on a retracement for 162. The euro yen, I had a 220 pips, and then I had another position on that as well, compounding the account. We can talk about that as well once you have done your coaching, once you've got your charts, once you've gone live with a real account. Then we can actually talk about compounding account very quickly, and that's a really interesting exercise on its own. Gold plus 120, pound Canadian didn't work, Aussie Canadian did work, plus 65, New Zealand yen plus 277. Now I know a lot of you want to count pips. I've given up on counting pips many years ago. I've been doing this for 30 years. I just look at my account and I see it going up. That's all I'm interested in, or down. It's just one of those things. In the early days when you just started, you want to analyze everything, you want to do the spreadsheets, and that's fine. I've done it all. But once you get to the stage where you're making profits, then of course it becomes almost irrelevant. It is what it is on your trading account. You just look at your trading account and see if you're making money. But nonetheless, carry on with that. So you can count these pips up and see what it equals. And this is what we would expect in a good market to bank every week if you're getting it right. Now, these results are based upon the chart formats and the buy signals and the targets. So I'm going to go over them with you so you can see them. Let's look at the DXY, because this gives us the edge, because the DXY is the US dollar currency index and it tells us what's likely to happen with the US dollar. Is it risk on, risk off, strong or weak? We can analyze that. I also want to talk about the BOSS system. Some of you have not heard of this before and it's a new concept for you, but of course it's nothing new. It's the break of structure, and I can explain that for you in this video. We look at the indices, where the stocks are going, then commodities, gold, silver and oil are our big ones. Some big moves likely to be happening soon. Double bottom and double top setups, which I love, loads of them setting up, and we'll see where we're going to get in on those in the next few days. Full Forex analysis, and I'll do a bit of coaching as well. At the end of the video, I'll show you my favorite trades for this week where you can get in. Now, I do this every day. I love it. I love the markets. I love analyzing the markets, and I love to see people being successful. So that's my goal in life. So if you're looking to get a mentor, get some coaching, then there's a 14-day trial, and every day during the New York session I will do a 20-minute video on all the markets, what we're in, whether we're buying or selling. I can't spell every day obviously, but that's exactly what I do, and you'll be taken into my MT4 account to see the results as well, live as I trade them, as I take them off, as they reach the targets, and so on. So click on the link below where we're talking about Forex trading, gold trading, silver trading, indices, the whole lot. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, because then and click the notifications where you will be notified of any new videos coming out. So click the link below. So I'm delighted to welcome you to the market analysis, the Forex weekly Forex forecast for next week. And this we start with, for those who are new to the YouTube channel, then this is what we do every day. If you want to join me every day, please do. And so we scan the market. So you start with the DXY, yen futures, then the indices, then the commodities, then the full Forex pairs, well, most of the majors and then some minors. I don't do the specials. The other thing, I'll be doing some coaching as well for people in terms of loading up the charts. Now, the first thing to note is that this is obviously a daily chart, as you can see. And some of you are switching your charts off by the sounds of it, so you can actually switch your charts off, or the candles off here, and they simply disappear. Click it again and they come back. Alright, so some of you are getting that. The other thing to do, if you want two charts, and two charts is recommended, then you just go to this area here at the top right, and then you click on there and you get two charts. So I will use my daily chart on the left and my 4-hour chart on the right as my main analysis as to where the price is going. So on the daily, back to the daily. Now if you want to enlarge this, then you simply go on to this symbol here, and that will enlarge the daily. So we can have a look at that. So on the chart, you should have the order blocks. You should have, which is the green zone is a buy zone, the red zone is a sell zone. And then you should have the buy and sell signals. And then you should have the linear regression channel. The other things you should have is the histogram, MACD histogram, and this indicator here, which is all red, which indicates all the sellers are in. When all the sellers are in, then of course the price is going down. Now there are exceptions to that, of course. The trend doesn't always continue down. And in this instance, we're seeing the price bounce off the buy zone. So this is major support. In order for this price to continue down, it's got to fight against these areas of support, which are very, very strong, by the way. The other thing about this as well, you have divergence. Divergence, if you haven't read my book, just send me a message and I'll send it to you free of charge. And you can see that the candles are achieving lower lows and lower highs, so the trend is down. The linear regression channel tells you that, which way it's going. But nonetheless, with positive divergence, this means that the price is going to jump. How far? We have to wait and see. We've been waiting for this for a while, haven't we, guys? If we haven't really traded the US dollar, but if it moves, it's going to move big. So get ready for that this week. So in terms of the DXY, let's go to the 4-hour chart. So now I've clicked on this here, and it's gone to the two pictures here, and so I can enlarge my 4-hour chart here and then see what's going on. So on this chart I have the 50-day moving average, which is very important. So anything below the 50-day moving average is a sell, anything above it is a buy, and I can show you that in terms of the yens in the next few minutes, where we made a whole chunk of change. So what I'm looking for here, I know that the daily is hitting a buy zone and the 4 hours hitting a buy zone. The software, which you have if you've got the Advanced Pro charts, will predict where the price is going. It's not a strong prediction because obviously markets are closed, but nonetheless I expect the US dollar to go up. And the target is 103, but that might just blast through. And for the next target, if it does blast through, is going to be 105. 105 is the target. On to yen futures. Now, as the name suggests, this tells you where the price is going next, and that's perfectly what we want. Whenever the price of the yen futures, if you want the yen futures, you haven't got it on your chart, you just go to, click on that plus, and then you go to futures, and then you just type in the yen, and then you'll get the yen futures. I've got it already, so I don't need it, and you'll come up with that. This is the chart with your settings. So in your 4-hour settings, you've got the order blocks, you've got the buy and sell signals, and you've got already got 50-day moving average, and you've got double bottoms and double tops. These are really, really vital, because what I'm looking for in particular, which I love, is the double tops, and the double tops on an order block is highly, highly lucrative in the first instance, plus it's highly accurate as well. Plus we can use this information if we're long a position, we're going up, so we bought it here. This is, we don't trade the yen futures. We just look at them to predict our prices. But if you bought it here, for instance, then you know once it gets to this stage that it's run out of steam. You're less likely to make any more money, and so you take your profits off the table and in fact look for reversal, because these are reversal tools. So now we have a weakening yen, and what tends to happen, or what does happen, is once we get a weakening yen, all the yens go up, okay, because the leading, the yen is the last of the pair here. So the New Zealand yen, Canadian yen, euro yen, pound yen, we'll be looking at those, including the US yen. So the prediction, as you can see, for the yen futures is down here, already worked out for you. It already knows the target 00739. It's drawn up for you. There's no technical analysis needed once you've got the tools, and this is the beauty of what we do to teach people how to trade like a pro. You have the tools that tell you what to do and where the price is going. So guys, on the Advanced Pro coaching, then this is what your 4-hour chart should look like on the US 30, the Dow Jones. You've got a nice buy signal here. Let's take that one off. Don't need that one. So we've got a nice buy signal here, which comes onto your chart. We have a buy signal on a buy zone. This is highly, highly important. Now, there is a bit of resistance. The other thing you should have on your chart is the trend lines as well, set at 5. You don't need 50 of them. You just need 5, the last 5. So the target for the Dow is 34,200. So be a nice profit there. It looks like it wants to fly, but there's going to be some resistance around this area, as you can see, and having targets at that bottom level gives you a high probability of banking that profit fairly quickly as well. But don't forget, we're looking at putting probability on in our favor. Many strangers ask me, well, what do you do for a living? And I said, I'm a gold trader. I said, well, what does that entail? Do you buy gold? I said, no, I don't buy gold. I bet on the price of gold. I mean, obviously I do other things as well, but it's a simple explanation. So they often say it's gambling, isn't it? I said, well, yeah, it is gambling, but I own the house. So I set the rules. Yes, the house loses from time to time, but in time, I make all the money. And that's what you're looking to do. So the probability of this trade going higher and hitting 34,200, you have control of the risk. So your stop is below this area here, below this bottom of this candle, below the buy zone. If it does do that, then so what? You're giving yourself every possibility that this price is going to go high and hit your target. Now, there's been some questions on the Aussie 200, very interesting questions, so thank you very much. But I've gone short this. It's not really confirmation, but the only thing I've got on here is on the left, which is the daily. You can see this. So all I've done is gone here and then clicked the 2 pictures here, and that gives you the double. So you can adjust the time scale so I can zoom down to the 30-minute if I want to, very quickly to see what's going on, and then you just click that and there. So sorry if I'm going over this for people who know how to use TradingView, but some of you don't and asking me questions, so I'm happy to answer those. So the price has now hit a very important sell zone, but that's all I've got. So I've gone short on this anyway. My stop's going to be up here somewhere, 74.52. The software, predictions software, which you should have, is pointing down, and so I've got a nice big target of 7040. I spoke about this on Friday, and the German DAX, or the German 30, is now a buy. So Monday morning we'll be going into this as long as everything still agrees. Then the target is 15,900. Seems like a big move. Let me go to both charts. And here's the daily on the left now. Various important things. The price is very bullish, as you can see. We had a buy here on the 4th of January and it's continued up. And the target, as you can see here on the daily, is up here. There's no resistance or very little resistance on this price if it continues upwards. So once it starts to move, it's going to go to 15,900. The Hong Kong 30, the Hang Seng, as it's known, we've got a bullish situation here on the right. We've got a buy signal on the order block above the 50-day moving average. Very important. Buying above the 50-day moving average with a buy signal is very, very strong. Okay, so we've got a target here of 22,350. And the reason for that, if you look on the left, the price is now hitting a very strong resistance area, a sell zone, where the price here on the 4-hour is not. So this just means that there's room for this price to go up. So you've got a target here. It's not worth entering now, but this is a good example of a buy signal in an uptrend heading for the sell zone, 22,350. In terms of Bitcoin, 22,920, it hit our target of 22,000 and something. So congratulations if you bought it on the buy signal or in the buy signal here, 20,600. And so a very nice trade indeed. However, now there's a sell zone here and the predicted software is saying sell. So I expect the price to retrace because it's gone too far down to 21,100. On to commodities. Now $81.47 is West Texas oil, which is the one we trade because my broker trades it. So it's convenient. And so a couple of things here which is interesting. It hit our target from a buy signal here of $81. Congratulations if you bought it. We're now heading for a possible double top here at 82.42. That's what I'm hoping for, because this is a very strong reversal pattern. Now, if I'm right in terms of the DXY, a stronger dollar coming, when we have a stronger dollar, all the commodities will fall or even collapse. So look out for that, and my daily analysis will confirm when it's ready. And if you're in my VIP room, I will send you the chart with the analysis to say when it's ready. On to gold, current price 19.25. A nice move, some various moves here. Buy here, buy here, buy here. So plenty of opportunities to trade, and you can use the gold software to get entries. And I'll cover that because that's part of the BOSS system, break of structure, and that's part of the training and coaching we're going to deal with today. So now the software is predicting a pullback. So I think maybe Monday morning we're probably going to see a little bit of a pullback here before it starts to move up. And our target is 1960. First target is 1945 and then 1960, because the daily, here's the daily on the left. As you can see, it's not hit the sell zone at all. There's room for this price to go up. Everything is saying going up. It's in a parabolic trend as well. You could have bought this. Let's have a look. You could have bought this back in November last year with a buy and simply held it or trailed this black line. God knows how much money you would have made. We actually analysed this last year in November. If you remember, there was a double bottom and then a massive break, and that's exactly what we're seeing on the yen. So there's a lot of money coming in terms of the yen. So target for gold 1960. On to pound USD, just to let you know my colours. So I've got blue for long for Dow Jones US 30. The orange ones are charts of interest, and the purple ones are double bottoms, double tops. So there's lots of those coming in the next few minutes. The red ones are the ones that we're short, and the blue ones are the ones that we are long. So I'll cover all those. So bear with me, be patient. So this is the pound USD. We've got a double top on an order block, which is very interesting. However, with this one in particular, I really want to see the DXY start to make a move, because what will happen is this will break down first. We're not seeing it break down, and that's really what I want. In terms of breaking down, we need to see a break of structure. We're still in the euro dollar, been here for quite some time. It feels like forever, but it's not done anything at all. As you can see, this is consolidating at the very top of the order block, and the order block on the daily is exactly the same. Plus, guys, divergence, negative divergence, in this instance the opposite to the US dollar DXY. So this indicates that there's going to be a big sell-off, potentially. So the target is still the same, 10550. Now I like this trade a lot, and there's various reasons for this. The first one is, if I'm right about the DXY going stronger and possibly a lot stronger, then this will drive the US yen, which is what this is. If we see continuation of the weakness of the yen, which I suspect is going to happen, that's what tells us in the futures market, then this is a great combination for the US yen. So we're looking to buy this very, very soon, even maybe tomorrow morning. So if you're in my VIP room, then get ready. I'll be sending you these charts once we get confirmation. We have had confirmation already on Friday. So, and now it's above the 50-day moving average as well, which is very strong. Also note that the predictive software is saying buy. Target is going to be 135.90. So let's jump into the yens. We've still got the double bottoms on the euro yen, the pound yen, and the New Zealand yen. So it's all about, we've banked our profits that we had. We had a target of 84.50. We banked on that one 212 pips, and on this one we banked another, whatever it was. 84 being target. And oh no, there it is there on the lower time frame. So this is 162 pips. I've closed it now. It was Friday. I made a lot of money. So what the hell? But now we have a situation here where this is going up and up and up. Okay, so let's do the analysis. So we can see a double bottom, which is what your chart should look like. You should have your green zone. You should have your sell zone. Sometimes the sell zones become irrelevant. What happens is if you get a strong buy, they disappear completely. So what we're looking for is a break of 85, let's say. If it breaks 85, then the target is going to be 88. This is the euro yen, lovely double bottom. We got in down here. We had 224 pips. Thank you very much to the previous high. And now the price is getting ready to rally. We may well get a pullback first, but I suspect it won't actually. So the yen going weak again would give us a target of 146.50 this week. Couple of positions on the pound yen. Go over these as promised. Where was the buy? So the buy was here, about 156, and we banked 459 pips. And if you went to target on this, and there was another one here as well, 162 pips as well along the way. So this journey just keeps banking money. Now it looks a bit of a mess, to be fair. It's not the cleanest of charts, unfortunately, but I need to see a breakout now. Okay, so when we see a double bottom, there's a neckline drawn, and that usually means once the price breaks that neckline and the price stays above the neckline, that's really important, then you're going to see a break of structure, and then it's going to go to 167, a nice number. Where is it now? 160. So you're talking about nearly 700 pips this week. I posted this in the VIP room on Friday, and I announced it in the daily video analysis, DVA as we call it. So this is the daily hitting a sell zone, and we did have a double top as well at one stage. That's disappeared, but I'm not bothered about that. We had a double top here, but the price went up, came back down, went up to this area here, 146, and now we have a confirmation. And of course the software says this is going down as well. So the target for the Euro Canadian is, we've got two targets there. No, so it's the same. 144.20. Final pair for today. Then we're going to go into the BOS system, and then I'll confirm my favourites, but you probably guess what they are. Now, you've been very patient with this, so have I. The pound yen, we had a buy, and we've held on. It feels like for weeks, doesn't it? I don't know about you. It can be completely sideways for a while. But as long as the price stays above the black line, which is the 50-day moving average, that is the key. Okay, above the black line is the key, and often it pulls back towards it, then it bounces up, then it pulls back towards it. These are just simple corrections. So our target is still, the target is a little bit lower here now, so our target is 114.50. So onto the BOS system, break of structure, which is what it stands for. The first thing you need to understand is when a trend is a trend. So a trend is when the lows of the trade are higher than the previous low and continues in that vein. So a higher low, and then higher highs confirms that the trend is going to continue. The break of structure are these areas here. So you know where these are because the price has pulled back, and our gold software in particular, I'm going to show you that now, also works on the oil software in a similar way. But let me draw a line there just as an example. So that previous high, which you know, now becomes a potential break of structure. So as the price breaks that area, which you know, I'm going to show you that now, it's a buying opportunity to get in there and gain. And these are very powerful moves usually. Sometimes they hit there and then pull back a bit before they burst through. That's okay, we don't mind that. And of course, sometimes they end up as order blocks as well because they're previous areas of support. So, and once the support area is broken, the resistance area is broken, it becomes support and then bounces off it and so on. So the break of structure is when the price achieves higher highs at these levels and breaks through. So let me show you what I mean. So this is the gold software. If you have the gold software, this is what your 5-minute chart should look like. Okay, and so what we have here is areas of support, which is the blue line, and then we have areas of resistance, which is the red line. Whenever you see the red line above the chart, the price, and the blue line above the price, then you are seeing consolidation and it is not tradable. We're looking for a break of structure. See if you can spot it. Notice now that the break of structure has occurred. You no longer see any resistance lines. So this is break of structure. Whenever it's within these two lines, it is consolidation. So it's very easy to see. And it's a 5-minute chart, so it's not quick. But once it breaks either way, then that is break of structure. So let's carry on. Now your stop, guess where your stop is? Yeah, it's the blue line. Notice the software. Notice the blue and red line. And the buys and sells are additional opportunities if you're a scalper. If you want to be more active in the market, so there's a buy here, there's a buy there, there's a buy there, there's a buy there, there's going to be another buy. So we go on, and that is break of structure. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the video today. Give me your comments on YouTube. If you've got any questions, then I'm here to support you in your trading career. Have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side tomorrow during the New York session where I'll do another video.